Welcome to Plausible Foolishness. I'm Matt, and I've got opinions on stuff.
And I'm Ray, brother, and I've got opinions on things as well. I'm a little jacked up today, man. I got my pro wrestling shirt on. I'm ready to go, dude. You lit the fuse. You got me going. You got me fired up and jacked up and ready to go tonight.
That's basically every night.
There's just too much to talk about. There's too much to talk about.
That is true.
Oh,
much to talk
Dude,
about.
I'm ready to go, man.
Yeah, let's go.
So here's the deal.
What do you want to talk about?
If you're watching us right now on YouTube, you shouldn't be. You should be watching us. No, I'm just kidding. If you do want to watch us on YouTube, that's fine. We have switched over to Twitch. We've given the middle.
That's where we're live streaming, obviously, to all the people who are watching.
And make sure you like and subscribe on Twitch because you get a really cool. There's like really cool animation that happens, right?
Oh yeah, there's lots of cool stuff.
So much fun,
especially while we're streaming.
Exactly, and we get to respond to it in real time.
Yeah, it's fun. It's good times.
We have all the other boring channels. No, I'm just kidding. All the regular channels as well. We got Facebook. We've got Insta. We've got TikTok, which is hilarious. We both are enjoying the TikTok. That's blowing up, man.
Yeah, we're growing.
I like that, man.
We're growing.
We're blowing up over there. And then let's see.
We got a new follower from TikTok, Dr. TX, I think.
Dr. TX, we love you, man. But yeah, man, and obviously our Patreons, thank you so much for sponsoring us and so on and so forth. We've been a little sparse over the summer. That's 99% my problem, not Matt. Blame Ray. Blame the black guy. It's okay. You know, no, I'm just kidding. I didn't make it like that. But last time you saw us, we were on the back porch in Jacksonville, Florida, man.
Yeah, we were.
We were doing it up in Jacksonville, man, doing a great interview with Miss Romina. It was amazing. It was really good. Did you watch the whole deal afterwards, man?
No, I lived it.
Dude, well, it's true we lived it, but just watching it is so entertaining because like me and you had to do like nothing. It was like one of the rare shows where like Romina is like she's a rock star. I hope she blows up in the podcasting world. Hopefully one day we can sneak her on the show more because she was hilarious. Like all we did was ask questions and like our faces were priceless. Like just listening to her responses. Like, yeah, hey, you could say that because you're a legal immigrant. I can't say that. It's great. It was beautiful, so make sure you check us out, man. But we're back. We're back into the business of kicking some butt, taking some names. We're just two regular dudes from Florida, but we've got opinions on things. We love Jesus. We love America. We love talking about politics. We love talking about pro wrestling. We like talking about pop culture. We like talking about morality and philosophy and all those good things, and you're going to get it from a different perspective because it doesn't happen very often on Twitch, so we're bringing the funk, man.
Yeah.
We're bringing the stank.
Bringing it to you.
We're bringing it. We're bringing it to you today, which I'm really excited about, man. So
yeah, definitely.
Dude, last time I saw you, last time we hung out, we were in Jacksonville at AEW, man.
Yeah,
How was that?
It was great.
It was phenomenal.
Yes.
Did you watch it back after being at the show?
Yes, I've seen everything but the main event.
Dude.
So far.
It's funny, I only watched half of the main event, which is hilarious. I only watched half of it, so we're in the same boat. Yeah. Really good.
Oh, yeah, great show.
That Omega match was better. Like, I hate to say this, but I felt like the Omega match was better watching it on TV than it was, like, when we were there watching it. But other matches,
I mean, well, we were pretty far back.
Well, bro, no, we were.
It was great seats.
It was great seats,
but it's still not like being ringside, you know?
You know what
and it never will be.
Sure. But you know what's funny? You could see our shadow in the corner. Did you see that?
No.
Bro, so every time they panned up the JR, there was just two silhouettes, like really tall silhouettes, sitting next to each other. I was like, oh,
you think that's us?
Oh, I know it's us, bro. I know it's us. We're like in that perfect corner, some big bodies sitting back there, man. 6'9" and 400 fatty, back there. It was great, dude. It was a good time, so it was a lot of fun, man. But
yeah, it was good.
You know what's funny is
and Luchasaurus.
So good.
Awesome.
So good. Are you sure you're not Luchasaurus? Do you double as Luchasaurus?
I wish I.
You were gone during that match.
No, I was not.
You were gone, dude. I think you might have been
wish that was true,
dude. You kind of look like Luchasaurus.
Yeah, I mean, we got the same build except for.
Yeah, man. I haven't seen your tats, so I don't know, man. You might be Luchasaurus, bro.
There are none.
Dude, your cut, that's all makeup. It's all fake.
Yeah. You're hearing a little fuzz.
It's all good.
It's raining.
Hey, it's Florida.
We live in Florida.
Hey, welcome.
It's summertime.
Welcome to the swamp, baby.
It's what happens.
But AEW was awesome. It was cool watching Kenny Omega on TV. You know what's funny, though? I liked the Hangman match live better than I liked it on TV, honest to God.
Okay.
I liked that one better. I liked watching the Luchasaurus match live better than I did on TV. Now, they were both equally good. I thought that match stole the show.
Yeah.
Dude, Lucha got massive pops, bro.
Sure.
That guy's a rock star.
Him and Darby Allin.
Yeah.
Got great. That was a better match on TV than it was
I agree.
live.
I agree.
The Darby Allin Jimmy Havoc, Joey Janela match.
But listen, my only beef with that is why in the world did MJF not get to talk? MJF should get 5 minutes
Yeah.
to roast the audience every single time he steps out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
No?
I don't know.
Not about
No,
that?
no. I'm saying I don't know why. Because you're right. I mean, he's... Maybe they just didn't want to overdo it.
Sure.
And so they wanted to have their, you know, a little bit of time
Yeah.
in between.
Yeah. But yeah.
Because, you know, we're going to see it every week
True. That's true.
coming up.
That's true.
October 2nd
True. October 10th on TNT.
on TNT,
Yeah,
Wednesdays.
Very excited.
Apparently.
Hey.
Which is weird because they I guess it's the only day that they could get, but they were, you know, they copyrighted Tuesday Night Dynamite, so I guess it's becoming Wednesday Night Dynamite.
Hey, it's all good. Tuesday Night Dynamite. Hey, whatever, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I'll be there. That's
As long as there's like actual wrestling, you know, because the other programming, WWE, you don't really see wrestling unless you have the network and then you have to watch NXT. So you know it is what it is. But hey, to each his own, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun competition to watch them go at it with each other. But yeah, it's gonna be fun.
who are you most excited to get to know?
On AEW.
Yeah.
Honest to God, I think that I would. Dude, MJF is like as far as just getting to know somebody, like Kenny Omega to me is like, for me right now, it's super intriguing. Anything Kenny Omega does is gold to me. So
Sure.
but that's like a staple.
Yeah.
Jericho, I love seeing Jericho.
But we already know those guys.
Yeah, we know Mox. You know,
Well, we don't. We know Dean Ambrose.
true, but we don't know Moxley.
We don't know Moxley though.
Moxley's savage.
Yeah.
He's a savage dude. I am looking forward to seeing MJF more. I want to just let him.
You need to watch MLW. Honestly.
I haven't been doing it. I've been letting him down. I haven't been watching it.
He's in a major faction there
Yeah.
called the Dynasty, and they're feuding heavily with the Hart Foundation.
Okay.
Which are also awesome, and I wish that they were in AEW. Big time.
They eventually will.
Well, they brought Brandon Pillman for the Casino Battle Royale,
Yeah.
and he's one of the 3 members
Okay.
of the
Yeah,
Hart
yeah.
Foundation. But they're still Teddy Hart, and then what's his name? Basically the British Bulldog.
Yeah, British Bulldogs. Yeah. But I'm excited about NJF, and I'm excited about Luchasaurus, man. Luchasaurus, bro, that dude, like,
And Jungle Boy. I like Jungle
Yeah.
Boy too. I think their combination
It's
is
good.
is spectacular.
it's good. A boy and his dinosaur. It makes sense.
I want to learn more about the Dark Order.
Yeah, they're pretty creepy.
They're creepy. Evil Uno is a great, in-ring heel.
Old school heel.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, we say it's old school, but it's
What a heel's supposed to be.
yeah.
He's dirty. He's sloppy.
Yeah.
He just,
Yes,
He's a
exactly. Exactly. And we don't get enough of that.
no.
We get,
Well, every heel now is trying to be Stone Cold Steve Austin or trying to be. You miss those old school like Arn Anderson and like those guys are just dastardly. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They
exactly.
do dastardly
Nobody's
things.
dastardly. They're just jerks.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And like MJF is a jerk, but he can speak.
True.
He
Oh,
he can lay it down on the mic, which makes it so that you're like, okay, well, yeah, he has to be a jerk. That's kind of it. That's what he's great at.
And for our Twitch audience, make sure that you don't watch Firefest because he will offend you.
Yeah.
He roasted some gamers. Now he roasted it. It was funny.
It was
But
very
he roasted.
funny.
He roasted people. Yeah, man.
But we're not getting variety of heel.
true.
You know?
No.
We're not getting a variety, and we need the variety. And so it's
Yeah.
something. Evil Uno is something that's
True.
long been missed
It's true.
in
Very true.
contemporary wrestling.
It's true. Yeah, the only thing I'm excited about I'm excited about AEW. WWE, I'll be honest with you, the only thing I've paid attention to is Bray Wyatt. I'll be honest with you. That's the only thing I've been
I
watching.
still hate the mask.
Oh, I love it, bro.
I hate it.
It's sinister.
It looks so terrible.
Bro.
It doesn't
Bro.
look good.
But it's not supposed to look good. It's supposed to look hideous and fiendish.
No, it doesn't look hideous and fiendish.
Oh,
It
bro.
looks childish and
Nah.
poorly put together. It's not a good mask.
I would love to see Luchasaurus versus the Fiend. That'd be great. Mask versus Mask. And then throw like in a tag team with Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. just to go mask. And then throw Dark Order in there and kick the one guy out. And then you got Evil Uno. And then all these masks all the time, man.
All masks. You just love the masks.
I love them. Dude, I'm a mask. You hate masks, don't you?
Yeah, I don't. Well, okay. I don't hate masks all the time.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe about like 75% of the time.
Sure.
And it's not that I hate it. It's just that it's generic to me.
Nah.
Yeah, it's totally. I mean,
No, man.
so like MLW has a lot of luchadors.
Yeah.
You know, and WWE has a lot of luchadors.
True.
And it's like,
I listen, bro. It's a Mexican thing, man.
Yeah,
the Mexican
no,
wrestling, the lucha
sure,
libre.
but there's nothing. It doesn't really super differentiate you. You know.
Oh, Pentagon Jr.'s got the whole leg.
Yes,
you know,
that's where the mask is. That mask is completely different from the other masks.
Luchasaurus looks like a freaking dinosaur.
Exactly,
bro.
a completely different mask.
Evil Uno looks like every other mask that's out there, but he's
Evil Uno does, but his gimmick is great because it's him and then copies of him.
Yeah.
In the creepers, you know. So
why you hate Bray? Why you hate Bray? It's the Joker. It's basically the Joker skin pulled mask.
Yeah, I know. There's that. That's a problem. Because it's just a ripoff. Two,
Listen.
they show it up close and it doesn't look scary. It just looks poor. It looks like crappy. It looks like cheap.
His eyes in the
His eyes look great. His eyes look great.
Terrifying.
Yeah, his eyes are great.
Terrifying.
The mask itself looks like it was cheap.
Well, listen, man. Listen, dog.
I just don't like it.
Listen,
I just don't like it. I like him. I like the whole gimmick. Everything. 99.9% of it I like. Just not that particular mask.
Well, here's the deal.
And I think that there could have been a good mask. Just not that one.
Listen, to each his own.
Yeah.
But I think they're just trying to save money. Quarter two's coming out for WWE. I don't know if you heard about it. Vinnie Mac, Steph, Hunter Hearst, they just dumped a lot of their stock. Did you hear about that? They sold a bunch of it before the Q2 meeting. So I'm interested to see how the stockholders are going to respond. Basically, WWE stock is plummeting right now, which is not good. So that's not good for the company. No, but they got a big money deal. But the problem is, Fox can easily say, "There's no ratings. Why are we spending 40?" It was, I think, 47. It's 470. Was it million or billion on those guys? I think
No, it's not going to be billion.
It's million. Sorry,
Yeah, it's
million. It's 470 $1 million on those guys. So we'll see. But money talks, bullcrap walks, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of bullcrap, there's so much to talk about, man. There's so much to talk about in the world right now. I don't even know where to start. So, what should we start with? Should we go chronologically? What had happened over the week?
I don't think I could remember it chronologically.
I can remember it chronologically. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Okay, here we go. So, first and foremost, the Trumpster himself basically repudiates the squad and basically tells them, if you don't like America, you're free to leave and go back to the countries that you came from, Miss Omar, and fix it yourself. And
then come back and show us how you did it.
Exactly. Now, of course, that was painted as a reasonable, logical argument, correct? Reasonable and logical.
No.
If you don't like a place, you leave it.
Yep. And you're allowed to. He said, in America, you can leave.
Yeah.
You're allowed to leave.
Yeah.
Nobody's keeping you here.
Exactly.
Nobody's forcing you to stay.
So
go back to the country that you left because it was so awful to come to America. Fix it and show it and come back and come back. We want you back to show us how you did it.
Now, for the Twitch people that don't follow politics, the reason why he made these statements is there is a group of women called the Squad. They are made up of Miss AOC, Occasional Cortex, Santa Marina Pinta, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who, let's be real, I'm starting to believe your conspiracy theory more and more. She's a plant that they just put in that Democratic seat. But anyways, she says a lot of dumb things, like the world's going to end in 12 years because of climate change, and that if we give trillions and billions of dollars, then, the government will stop weather. She said that. She also is the one that shot down a deal with Amazon to New York, which cost a lot of jobs in New York City, or Brooklyn, right? Was it Brooklyn or New York City?
It was in her district.
In her district. She killed that. She said that she was going to fix the world with the thing called the Green New Deal. I don't know if you heard about that or not. Twitchverse. the Rube Empire, Rube Nation, the Rubes all over the world. But long story short, she wanted to prevent. She wanted us to eat less meat, so that cows don't fart as much. No, I'm just kidding. That was a part of it, though, wasn't it? Yeah. But long story short, she was basically going to cost us trillions of dollars.
I'm not saying so.
What? What? Oh, that's not a conspiracy theory. That is like legit. It's like Epstein level, which we'll get to that in a little bit.
It's still considered a conspiracy by many people.
But here's the problem. It's there. It's real.
Yeah, I know.
The thing is that the only reason they call it a conspiracy theory because the only people that call it out are like InfoWars. But it's okay. We'll talk about that later.
Well, now the carnivores are calling it out too.
Carnivores.
Carnivore life.
This guy's carnivore all day. I still love my processed sugar and bread.
Yeah, I know, and it's gonna kill you.
I'm gonna die, man. From the day I was born, I was gonna die. But the good news is I know Jesus is my Lord and my Savior. I will go to Him at the end. But anyways,
not if you eat sugar.
What?
I'm kidding.
Conditional atonement for sugar? That's funny. You're going to hell. You eat sugar. Hell. But long story short is, yeah, she's the one that said the world's going to end in 12 years. So here's a Green Deal deal.
She also staged photos in front of the
ICE detention center.
The detention centers in on the border, crying her eyes out at the brutal treatment of these children.
Basically calling our ICE agents Nazis and calling those detention centers concentration camps.
Yeah.
So
still while actually just standing in front of a empty road.
Photo opping.
Yep, photo opping. It's all photo op. It's so disgusting. And
yeah,
frankly, when I first saw the pictures, I was like,
fake news.
Nah, this isn't real.
No, it's completely fake.
This is staged.
Yeah.
And now, does anybody believe that? Does anybody believe that was real still?
Here's the thing.
I hope not. Please tell me that you don't believe that.
Well, here's the problem nowadays, is seeing is not believing. Like, our parents grew up in a generation where seeing was believing. We're living in a world now where everything they present to you is manufactured. That's why we do a podcast that's live streaming on Twitch.
Well, that's why they're proposing legislation to deal with the deep fake.
Yeah, which kind of
problems.
Should.
Yeah,
kind of should.
I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, well, you got to be able to prove it. I think there's. I don't know. Maybe they put software up to like prevent that from happening. Maybe. Could you put like a filter or something on a like a screen that could prevent that from happening?
There's some algorithm that can tell when something's been
altered.
So like, I think it's a competing algorithm. So you got the deep fake algorithm.
Yeah.
Faking faces over other faces, and then you've got a competing algorithm that's detecting when deep fake is doing its thing. Yeah. So.
But long story short, you got deep fake going on. Look that up if you didn't, if you don't know what that is. But you got people posing for pictures. They do this all the time in the government, and everyone acts shocked that they're like, "Oh, they fake things? They fake things." Like, look it up. Look out through history. There's so many things that are fake that I won't get into. But long story short, you can't. Problem is seeing is not believing anymore. The pictures they will present will always have some type of angle or narrative. So you got AOC, world's going to end in 12 years, Green New Deal, by the way, it got voted on. Not a single Democrat who pushed hard for it voted for it, by the way. Not one. Not one person voted for that, by the way. Isn't that funny?
Mm-hmm.
Fake pictures outside of a Nazi concentration camp that was a detention center for Chirins trying to cross the border illegally. So you got AOC, she's part of the squad. You got Ilhan Omar,
mm-hmm.
Okay, if that is her last name, we're not sure. Based on marriage records, we have no clue. But she came from a country called Somalia, which I will go on the record. I will be the foolishness and the plausible foolishness. Are we charting right? Are we good?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got the chat up. I see you, big dog.
RM Podcast Florida.
What? Gotta love
chatted
it.
To us.
Oh, we love
Yo.
Romina, we love you.
Thanks for watching.
Romina, we love you. We love Albania. Anyways, American immigrant, legal immigrant. But anyways, you got Ilhan Omar, who, by the grace of God, honestly, her country was, I'm going to say it, a hellhole. Somalia is a hellhole. If you don't believe me, look up the, I think there was a journalist from the UK that went to Somalia to prove that Somalia wasn't a hellhole, and she got killed in a car bombing 2 months after being there. But anyways, did you see that one?
Oh.
Please look that up, Twitch universe. I don't have time to talk about it on this because there's too much to talk about today. But take a look at that. That's gonna be all day.
Yeah.
I'm running that gag all day. But too much to talk about. But no more. Family gets taken out of the hellhole that is Somalia to America by the grace of God. Makes it through Somalia to America, and now she's one of the most powerful women in the world, sitting on our Congress. And guess what? I can tell you, point blank, she doesn't even like the country she represents. She hates us. She says nothing positive about America.
Ever.
She's a big sympathizer of Al-Qaeda. She's a big sympathizer of the Muslim Brotherhood.
I mean, there's tweet after tweet after tweet.
To prove this, collaborate, look it up for yourself. And she doesn't recant this stuff.
No.
She hates Jews. Look it up. Watch her tweets. See what she says. She hates everything about the Jewish nation because she's, no offense, she follows suit with the ideology of extreme Muslims. Sorry. Islam. I should say Islam.
Extreme
Sorry.
Islam,
No, not all Muslims. Hashtag.
Well, you said extreme Muslims, which would be extreme followers of extremism.
Extremism. That hate Jews, that hate America, that hate blah, blah, blah. But she's representing us here in America. She's making decisions that will affect you and me. Kind of scary, kind of creepy. But here's the deal. Come to find out.
And she,
married her brother?
Married her brother to get him in illegally.
Yeah.
There's also some campaign finances that,
Let's just say she's not ethical.
No.
So not only does she have fraud from campaign finance, she's frauded her marriage.
She's Islam ethical.
Oh, yeah. Well, taqiyya.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, taqiyya, you can lie to the infidel all day long. It's called taqiyya. Look it up. Sorry. I read too much. Sorry, kiddos. But here's the problem. So she lies about money, lies about marriage. What else does she lie about? And she's one of our Congress people, they're known liars anyways. So here's the deal. She's part of the swamp. But she's one of the main faces of the Democratic Party. Good job, Trump, by creating that. That was beautiful. Then you've got, what are the other two people?
Rashida Tlaib.
Rashida Tlaib, who said, I'm going to impeach that mofo.
But he's, problematic with his tweets and his,
because of words that he said on
because his words are problematic. Hers are
not.
Perfectly acceptable.
Okay.
In polite society.
Yeah, which are anti-Semitic as well.
MFR is
she's
completely legitimate political speech.
Yeah. MFers, and she hates Jews too, so take a look at that.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Then you got, what's the other girl, the random...
Ayanna Pressley?
Yeah,
Pressman or something like that.
Her only soundbite is, if you don't represent black voices, we don't want to hear you. If you don't represent brown voices, we don't want to hear you. If you don't represent gay votes like we want you to, we don't want to hear you. So she basically just said all blacks and all browns and all gays need to be a monolith, and they have to say exactly, they have to stay with the Democratic plantation. Listen to the masses.
Separating us by race and
weird.
sexual identity or
intersectionality
whatever.
Is supposed to bring us together. The word intersectional means to bring together.
No.
Right?
No, it means the crossroads of all of our various identities.
Sorry. Interesting.
Yeah, basically we can determine a hierarchy of grievance.
Okay.
Based on the intersection of all of our various identities.
So by focusing on our grievances and the things that we can't naturally control, it'll bring us together, right? As a country?
Yeah. We'll eventually get healing once everybody's
a victim.
White cisgendered male prostrates themselves properly, and kowtows to the new morality.
So basically what you're saying is intersectionality is white man bad.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just like orange man bad.
Yes, definitely.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Now, that's the squad. Now here's the deal. They represent a minority in the Democratic Party. Fair enough. The problem, though, is the media loves these guys. They love them so much. They prop them up all the time. They give them videos and shows, and they put them on lots of panels, and the squad is strong. And the funny thing is...
I remember there's this show on HBO. It's a talk show, and it's these hip-hop guys that go around and interview people. Mm-hmm. And...
The Breakfast Club. Yeah. Was it Breakfast Club?
No, it's two guys. It's the names of these guys.
Okay.
And they... I was watching a trailer of their show, which hadn't started yet. Okay. And who's in that trailer? AOC popping out of her congressional office going, woo-woo! Oh my gosh, she's so cool.
She's so cool.
Gosh, she's so cool.
So cool. But that's the face of your Democratic Party right now. And they say on a regular basis, America sucks. We hate America. We hate Jews. We want to give you trillions of dollars of debt just to save the planet.
Socialism, awesome.
Socialism, awesome. Capitalism sucks. And the leader of the free world just called him out and said, you're wrong. If you don't like it, you can leave at any point. No one's holding you here. No one's keeping you here. And go back to the countries you came from and fix them. And then show us.
Come back.
Come back.
And show us how you do
show us. Now, instead of poking holes in intersectionality bullcrap or socialism or anti-Semitic speech or anything that would be, dare I say, anti-American, we attack the guy who is calling them out for it, them being anti-American by the very sophisticated, never heard of before argument of you're a racist. You ever heard that one before?
Not to my face.
Really?
But I have been.
But white man bad, bro.
Yeah,
intersectionality.
Not to my face yet.
Is it because they think you're a little bit Jewish?
But I know on TikTok they've told me that I need to check my white privilege.
Yes! Have they done it already?
Yeah.
OMG. Yes. I don't deal with that. They see the brown on me.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can just say ridiculous things. Not ridiculous things, actually true things. Ah! But, I feel you. Just say you're Jewish, bro, then they'll back off.
Well, maybe.
Oh, maybe not. Not anymore. The Democrats don't like Jews anymore. We know that. So here's the deal. That's so sad.
Yeah.
That's so sad that that's their label now, man.
Mm-hmm. But we're the Nazis.
We're the Nazis.
We're the fascists.
They hate the Jews, but we're the Nazis.
Yeah. We're the fascists.
Logical leap. So Trump gets called the same thing he always gets called: racist, homophobic, blah, 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 blah. You know what's funny is, and here's the best part of this whole deal. 2 polls were taken 1 week before he said those comments, and 1 week after. Did you see what the poll results were for his approvability, his approval rating?
I'm going to say up.
It went up both weeks! Shocker!
Did you see the panel that I think it was CNN put together?
No.
Okay, so they had these ladies from Texas.
Oh, I did see this. Yeah, sorry.
So they got these ladies from Texas.
Oops.
And they're asking them about his tweet saying what we've just discussed.
Sure.
And of course, they're expecting him to get lambasted.
He's the bad man. He's racist.
Oh yeah, this is terrible. This is racist. And
because the
every
narrative.
single person was like, "Yeah, what's the problem with that?
What's wrong?
I don't know. I mean, I think your actually, one lady was like, I think the way you're reporting on it, the way you're leading us with these questions, is totally to spin this." Spin this negative,
yeah.
And it's not.
Yep, it's not.
It's not. It's legitimate, reasonable discussion. Why are you here if you don't like it?
It's crazy.
And it's not like there's 1 or 2 things that we're discussing. It's every other thing is a terrible thing and a grave injustice, and America is awful.
Yeah.
Then why are you here?
Exactly. And why do you represent us? Why do you represent the people that want to be here?
Because she doesn't represent the people. She represents the Somali immigrants that live in her district.
Oh, yeah, by the grace of America's good graces.
Yes.
Shocker.
America's generosity, and this is what we get for it.
Hey, man, listen. No good deed goes unpunished, man.
Exactly.
No good deed goes unpunished. But here's the funny thing. Because here's the other thing, too, is the narrative that they keep spinning is, and this is what I don't believe the polls anymore, because 2016, what was it? Up to like an hour before he won, he didn't have a chance of winning, and then magically he won. But and all the polls had him getting crushed.
I mean,
and,
the videos of that night where they're just like
glorious,
slowly losing their minds.
It's great. It's great.
As it becomes clearer and clearer that
he's going to win.
Is going to win.
He's going to win. And those are my favorite nights.
And so like, there's going to be that. Imagine what it's going to be in 2020.
Oh, dude,
it's going to be worse.
Yes,
things are. You might think once we hit 2020, it's going to be great because they'll finally have learned their lesson. No. It's going to get worse.
Yeah. Well, because here's the narrative they're spinning right now is that Trump is doing poorly with educated women. Here's the problem.
At least they can... Well,
do you actually see that?
Those women were from Texas, so...
That's true. True caveat.
They couldn't be educated. They live in Texas.
Oh, of course, clearly. Even though, So one of the most affluent states in the union. But hey, whatever, no big deal. There's like a college on every corner there. Whatever, no big deal.
No, but that's how they view the.
Yeah.
What are they called? Flyover states.
Flyover states.
Yeah.
No, see this when you're flying over. Just kidding. I wasn't flipping off anybody. We're on Twitch. We're Christians. We got to stop that. But anyways, here's my deal. The story is, he's terrible with women. Well, I look at these Trump rallies. There's a lot of women there.
A lot.
It's weird. Well, he's supposed to be bad with blacks,
Trump rallies are crazy because it's like they show you a field of people, and that's the overflow. That's the people who couldn't get in.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't enough seats.
Yeah.
And they're still standing out there because they
love
funny? Their country.
What's funny? They're not all white men.
No, they're not.
It's like,
well, did you see Bette Midler's tweet?
No.
Today or yesterday?
Oh gosh. Bette Midler.
Oh my gosh. She's got a picture of. She posts a picture of Trump at a rally, and behind him is several black people.
Oh dear Lord! Dear Lord!
And she said, "Look at him with these black people in the background. I wonder how much he paid them to be there."
Please tell me that those guys rebutted it. They blow it up.
Well, I don't know if it was the people who were actually there, but she's gotten ripped apart.
Good.
Like Benjamin Watson, I think, just tore her up,
Good.
called her a racist POS.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And, just ripped her apart. Like, what? Black people can't disagree? They can't have a variety of thoughts?
We can't? I have to vote Democrat?
If they don't, then they're just out to get money.
Well,
what is...
If you vote not Democrat, this is what I get on TikTok. Uncle Tom, Coon, sellout, blah 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 blah.
It's so disgusting.
And I love how people the thing is, I don't have to say a word, and people lambaste them. They're like, "Well, somebody's racism is showing." That's racist. You can't.
That's actual racism.
That's actual racism.
White privilege.
Oh my god.
White supremacy. So white privilege. You know what white privilege is?
What's that?
White privilege is
not
everything
real?
that you do.
Yeah.
Everything that you do is done to advance the cause of white supremacy.
Okay.
Everything. Okay. You can't, even when you fight for minorities, you're really fighting for white supremacy because you're white.
Dear Lord in heaven. I'm so confused.
Because you're white. Well, it's not confusing. It's just original sin.
Yeah.
These are religious zealots.
True. It's true.
You know?
You were born white. That's your original sin.
I was born white, and so I advance the cause of white supremacy on every level, all the time, constantly. And the only way that I can actually... I can't atone for my sin.
No, you can't.
You know? But the only way I can make things right, to lessen my impact, would be to, pack up my family, buy a tent, and live in the forest, where the effects of white supremacy will be like the square, yard that that surrounds me in the forest.
Question: Did you have slave owners in your background? Slave owners?
I don't know about my family history. I doubt it. But
wait, you don't know the slave owners that lived almost 200 years ago? You don't know them? You don't know them personally?
No.
Oh, it's been a few generations since then?
Yeah.
A civil war and...
Yeah.
A lot of things have changed.
Yeah, there was a good 100 years before.
Oh, yeah.
120 years.
120 years since that.
Before I was born.
So you didn't know any of those guys?
No.
So why are you still punished for the sins of them?
Well, Jim Crow.
Yeah, but that happened in 1950s, 1960s, correct?
Yeah, 20
Who do you know
years
from the
before
1950s, 60s right now?
Well, my parents.
Gotcha, but they were kids then.
Yeah, they were.
So they are the ones that put legislation
and they lived
and voted.
In Florida.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Interesting. But hey, intersectionality.
And they came from New England, so they probably weren't.
They came from the north, so they had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Oopsies. So how much reparations are you going to pay me now?
0.
Yeah, exactly. So here's the deal. This is the ludicrous things. These are the things that the squad are defending. This is the new left. This is the communist, socialist, intersectional. Really, all this is, if you break it down, it's the destruction of Western society. This is we've talked about it ad nauseum on this show, but we see it more and more and more. But you know what the beautiful thing is? There's a little story I told my daughter the other day. I don't know if you've heard the story before. It's about a little boy who's tending sheep out in the field. And every day he runs into the village and says, "Wolf! There's a wolf out there! Come help me!" And the whole village runs out to save the sheep, and guess what? There's no wolf. And he does this day after day after day, to the point where A real wolf actually comes and attacks him and the sheep. And he runs in the village. Come help me! A wolf's coming! And no one comes to save him. And the wolf devours him whole. It's a little one called The Little Boy That Cried Wolf. I don't know if you've heard that before. It's out there. It's real. It's a real story. No, I'm just kidding. It's a fantasy story. But you can only cry racism.
It's a real story.
Yeah, well, that's true.
It is an actual story.
It's an actual story.
It's just not a real
It's fictitious,
story.
but it's a... Yeah, anyway. Long story short, I had a lady say that to me today because like, she had this big fake... this huge sunflower. I thought it was real for a second. Then I got closer. It was like metal, whatever. I was like, oh my goodness, I thought that was a real sunflower. She's like, well, it is a real. It's there. It's real. And it's a sunflower. It's just not a real sunflower. I'm like, okay, gotcha. Whatever.
You got me.
Bazing! Twice in one day. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I lost my train. But you can only cry racism, America sucks, capitalism sucks, homophobia, xenophobia for so long, and eventually no one cares. And your ratings are going to go up through the roof because guess what? American, like us in real America, Florida, Texas, Ohio, like the places that will actually impact the election that's coming up, we don't care about that. Do you know what you care about? You know what you care about? You have 2 girls, right?
Yep.
You care about feeding them every single day?
Yeah, definitely.
Does racism even affect that what's going on with that?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. You got a mortgage, right? Okay.
Yes.
Does homophobia factor into anything that has to do with that?
No.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Wow, let's see. You've got a wife, right?
I do.
You got like responsibilities and stuff like that?
Yeah. Yeah, many.
Oh, how's communism going to help you with your wife?
Absolutely. No way whatsoever. Well, I mean, and then we're seeing this. Well, you're talking about the boy who cried. Yeah, you talk about the boy who cried wolf. Bernie Sanders has been crying $15 minimum wage for quite some time now.
It is a human right. So much to talk about. It is a human right. Communism, evil corporations. They gotta pay people $15 an hour. I will lead the charge. Did he lead the charge?
No.
What? He didn't?
Your Bernie sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, I'm too sorry. I'm Bernie Sanders. $15 an hour. Girly man. I can't
so no, his staff wasn't. No, that was pretty good. His staff wasn't getting paid $15 an hour, which is
that's a fundamental right.
Yeah.
Evil corporations do that. Evil millionaires and billionaires do that.
Well, he is a millionaire. And he wasn't paying, so they unionized, which is interesting. They unionized and got their $15 an hour.
Oh, did they? Good.
So, but then he had to cut hours because he couldn't afford it. Basically, acting out in real time and in real life exactly what critics of his $15 minimum wage idea have been saying the entire time.
So what you're saying is reality trumps ideology.
Yes.
The
socialism doesn't work. At every turn we see it fail. Venezuela, fail. Cuba.
Oh, Venezuela's
fail.
It's beautiful. Cuba's
Russia, fail.
What? They're still Soviet.
$15 minimum wage, fail. Every turn.
Yeah.
And I mentioned this on TikTok, and people are like, why do you want to see, somebody's gonna get that money? Why do you want to see corporations and the super wealthy get it? Oh my gosh, you just really don't. I mean, I'd have to spend an entire hour giving you an economics lesson.
Yes.
Because you just clearly don't understand how it works.
Because economics isn't taught in schools. We're taught about trainees and how to have gay sex with condoms, but we're not taught taxes, economics, or anything that actually is going to be relevant to people's lives, so that they don't understand this concept.
Yeah.
This is why we're
not understand that
school. But
the corporations and the super wealthy people are the only reason you have a job.
No crap, Sherlock.
And they pay you what they have to pay you.
Yep.
For your expertise. It's a contract.
Yep.
It's a contract. Yep. You make a contract with them. You will exchange your effort and your time for their capital, for their money.
Crazy.
And so they pay you according to what skills you bring to bear and the marketability of those skills.
Interesting.
And based on their efforts to make profit. Because profit is what keeps the business going, keeping you in that job.
Huh. Weird.
And you know what? They don't get paid until after you get paid.
Yeah, no crap. Nobody believes that. And I'm an entrepreneur,
they
and I
think
can tell you
that business owners are just living it up on the Cayman Islands.
No.
24/7, and the poor, sad sack grunts are in the office slaving away.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
Yeah.
it's ludicrous.
It's absurd.
And in fact, most of business is small business.
Yeah.
Okay?
Your biggest employer is small businesses.
People like him. You know? Sure, there's your Walmarts and your McDonald's. And guess what? Those jobs are entry-level jobs for people who need them.
Yep.
Really? You know what? Did you see the video by Dan Crenshaw?
Well,
he laid it all out. All except for one thing. He laid
I'm not making fun of you, Dan.
Yeah.
I'm not making fun of you, Dan. I'm just letting the
What
audience
are
know
you
who you are.
doing?
I'm just covering the eye. Dan Crenshaw, he's the eye patch.
I know.
I'm just letting the audience know. I'm being Dan Crenshaw right now. I respect you and love you, man.
Okay.
That wasn't hate. That was love.
All right.
That's like blackface, okay? I just did blackface, but just with an eye patch. It's like, love you, Dan Crenshaw. I hope he sees this.
I hope so too.
Because listen, bro.
Yeah, we'd love to interview you.
Hey, after Sarah Sanders wins the presidency after Trump, we'd love for you to run for the Republican side. But anyways, well, that's for me.
Yeah.
I want Sarah Sanders so bad. But anyways,
So
let's shove that femininity up here.
What was I saying?
Crenshaw was talking about that.
Oh yeah, so he laid it out. You know, all the reasons why minimum wage don't work.
Mm-hmm.
The only one he didn't mention was long term prices go up. Prices go up because labor costs have increased.
Yep.
Increased. So ultimately, long term, the prices go up, making it harder to live on your income, and thus necessitating yet another rise in the minimum wage.
Yes.
You know, we have a minimum wage now. We had smaller minimum wages before. It keeps going up. Have you thought about that?
So wait.
Have you thought about how? And you might say, oh, it's inflation. Inflation is the reason why. Why is there inflation? Could it be that the government meddling in the free exchange of goods and services amongst people causes prices to fluctuate and thus decreases the buying power of our dollar?
100%. And here's...
I mean, I know that there are other factors as well.
Yeah, but here's the thing, from a business owner standpoint, because everything you said is true. You know what the number one cost in any business is?
Labor.
The people! You cost the most. So guess what? If $1,500 an hour goes up, everything gets more expensive. Your banana gets more expensive at Walmart. Your stereo gets more expensive at Walmart. Everything gets more expensive.
And the people that you were trying to help get less hours or get fired completely.
Listen, here's the thing that's funny, and nobody's seeing this.
The Congressional Budget Office, 3.7 million jobs lost if we went to a national $15 minimum wage.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're right. Trump's bringing in all these jobs. You will literally you will castrate the growth of what's going on here if you implement that. And guess what? They're seeing that in Washington and Seattle. Their available jobs dropped and decreased because guess what? If the minimum wage goes up, guess what a business owner does? We get tighter. It is what it is. Like, if you become too expensive, I get rid of you, and then I just find somebody else that will do your job for a better rate or a better price. It just is what it is. It's competitive. Or I'll just add more responsibilities to people or cut hours.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the business has to run. If the business is not running, you don't have a job anyways. It is what it is.
Yep.
That's called capitalism.
Yep.
Sorry.
And all those entry-level jobs that were
ya.
paying, you know, the lower wage to people with no skills, no resume whatsoever, you know, people fresh out of college or high school,
Yep.
or whatever, people who need those entry-level jobs to get some work experience to show employers that they can do it.
Won't get them.
They don't get those jobs anymore because you have no experience and I have to pay you $15 an hour. I need somebody who can
do
this job immediately, because I have to operate on less of them.
You've punished the youngest generation. That's what you've done. You've basically punished the generation. Is not only have we saddled a bunch of debt to the youngest generation, which we're continuing to do, by the way. That is something I'm pissed about Trump and the Republicans with. But not only do you saddle us with more debt, now you're taking away their ability to do jobs. And here's the thing, as technology increases, this can do a lot better job than a 14-year-old, 16-year-old girl at Walmart.
Have you been to McDonald's lately?
Oh, yeah. Dude, they're already starting the boop, 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 boop. Don't even have to deal with the person up front.
Nope. I talk to a person when they hand me my tray of food.
Yep. Exactly.
And then I wonder, why don't they ever just fill my drink?
Ooh.
It's
Guess
like
what?
I did it on the screen. You're handing me a cup, and now I need to go fill it. Just give me my drink. You brought me all the food.
No.
Just bring me my drink.
Yeah, but here's the thing, bro. It's cheaper for you to do it.
That's
but
true.
Here's the deal. Beautiful thing. Guess what? I was in Europe for a long time. Every time I went to a fast food place, you don't talk to anybody. You go to a kiosk, punch in your food, and random jabroni hands you the food. And it's already started to happen in America, kiddos. Mm-hmm. It's already happening.
I mean, it's been happening with Wawa for a long time.
Guess what? It's cheaper. A kiosk is way cheaper than paying Susie, who's on her phone all day, texting her friends about, oh my goodness, it's more efficient, it's better. Sorry. That's called economics. But if you push this that way, guess what's going to happen?
And here's the thing. It's coming anyway. It's coming anyway.
Well,
we don't have to exacerbate the situation.
No. Yeah.
And push it even faster.
We don't have to.
We don't.
But, it is what it is. So much to talk about. Bernie, good job with $15 an hour. Way to
prove us right.
Exactly. Well, no, it's rules for thee, not for me.
Yeah.
Rules for thee, not for me. But yeah.
Well, that's the nature of socialism.
It's the nature of the beast.
It's always the elite. I mean, you talk about income inequality. It's going to be the elites, an even smaller group of people, and everybody else. No middle class. What's a middle class?
There is no middle class in socialism.
What are you talking about?
There is no middle class in socialism.
What are you talking about?
Most of it, there's no middle class in socialism, kiddos.
Yeah.
And here's the deal.
Where's the middle class in Venezuela? Oh, they're eating dogs in the street.
Zoo animals, too, man.
Yeah, zoo animals.
There's zoo animals in Venezuela right now, bro. No, thank you. No, gracias. Anyways. So, speaking of the elites, man, they get away with a lot of evil things. There's a lot of elites in Hollywood. I don't know if you've heard of Hollywood before.
I have.
It's one of the wings of the Democratic Party.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's just their propaganda machine to push things like, Black Lady 007, which is going to be hilarious. They are going to do the female Thor, which I'm actually not against that. I think that's going to be, the Jane Foster Thor deal.
I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. It's the
Black Ariel. Black Ariel's coming out too. Did you see that? Black Ariel's coming out.
Black Ariel. We got Black. It's not Black James Bond. It's Black 007.
Oh, sorry.
Black female 007.
Sorry, Black female 007. So, you know what's funny about this whole thing is that I'm not going to spend that much time on this crap because at the end of the day, I'm not going to rage over it.
Valkyrie.
Yeah.
You remember Valkyrie from Thor Ragnarok and Endgame? She had small parts and stuff. Well, she's an LGBTQ character.
Oh gosh. Okay, yeah, gotta have that.
So that's good.
Sweet. So excited.
Representation is very important.
Here's the thing, man. I mean, honest to God. I'm speaking to the Rube Nation. Do not rage about this crap, okay?
Distraction.
Don't rage. This is such a distraction. Because at the end of the day, guess what is going to ultimately win out? The mighty dollar bill.
Yep.
I can tell you.
Woke, get broke.
The woke get broke. It's how
it's happening right now in the comic book industry.
Yeah.
Marvel and DC, they got woke, and they are going broke, big time.
Yeah.
Shout out to comic artist Pro Secrets on YouTube. Watch his channel; he'll fill you in. There's also Comics Matter with your boy Zach.
Your boy.
He's great too.
Okay.
He actually buys comics and goes through them, and most of the time he's just ripping pages out because he just can't take it.
Too much woke. But yeah, here's the deal. It's going to prove itself out. I mean, sorry, it will eventually prove itself out. Here's the thing. I will guarantee you Black Girl 007 is not going to be the #1 movie that week.
No.
Sorry.
The Little Mermaid remake
Black
is going
Ariel.
to bomb.
Well, here's the thing about Hollywood is they hide behind inflation. They hide behind inflated numbers. Mm-hmm. If you actually took all the movies, and like for example, you compared New Lion King to Old Lion King, which is exact same story, by the way. Exact same. Did you know that?
Yeah, of course.
It's the exact same story. And actually
they're all the exact same story.
It's so ridiculous. It's prequel, sequel, remake, or superhero movie anymore. That's it. Prequel, sequel, remake, superhero. I'm getting over the movie industry in Hollywood as we're about to talk about.
But I love movies, man. I love them.
Listen, man, the good movies ended in the early 2000s, bro. After that, it's like, what original stuff have we gotten? Like Harry Potter was original, okay. But guess what? You had to do 8 movies. I mean, they cash cowed it.
The 10 years of the MCU so far,
it's been good.
Have been great.
Is it an original story though?
Well,
I mean, they modified it to blah blah blah, the MCU, whatever.
I look at it.
But it's a superhero movie. It's
yeah,
so what?
Movie. So what?
No, I'm not against superhero movies. I like superhero movies, but dude, where's the creativity? Where's the artistic creativity?
I mean, there is creativity there. There has been creativity there.
Within the confines of a cape and cowl. I mean, come on, bro. Like you gotta all I'm saying.
Well,
I
don't understand why that's such a bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
But you're mentioning it as if it's a bad thing.
What I'm saying is this: if you look at movies now, it's either sequel, prequel, remake, or superhero movie.
Yes, I understand.
That's it. That's like literally going in, and that's literally
superhero movie is not the same as sequel, prequel, and remake.
But you throw it, they end up being sequels. A lot of them. Think about it. Some of them become prequels. And a lot of them are just remakes of stories that we've already seen before. So they're basically essentially the same thing.
Well, no. General audiences haven't seen them.
Well,
comic book fans have seen them.
Oh, you and I have? Exactly.
But I'm super stoked to see it on the silver screen.
Listen, I'm a superhero fan. I'm not dissing the superhero genre. Okay? I liked the new Spider-Man. Have you seen that one yet?
No, not yet.
It's really good. Okay? I enjoyed it. I even watched Captain Marvel the other day. I actually watched it.
What did you think about it? I want to hear your take.
It wasn't as bad as everybody thought. I didn't think it wasn't as bad. It just was overhyped. It was just like it's like Black Panther. Like Black Panther was so hyped as like that's why I'm starting to get over the bluster. Like when that's why I'm saying to the Rubes, when these movies come up to they do this just for one to get controversy because controversy will sell the tickets. Okay, That's why they want to piss off people on the right by putting Black Ariel in there. Okay, there's nothing wrong with Ariel being black, but I don't see too many redheaded black girls swimming around the ocean. But it is what it is. If you want to change it, that's fine. But don't get stuck in the getting pissed off because a lot of people got pissed off about Captain Marvel and Black Panther.
Yeah,
I watched both of them. So it's really not that bad. You know,
the piss off for Black Panther wasn't that. We all know Black Panther existed.
Yes.
It's not that. It's that this is like suddenly
the
God's gift to black people.
Wakanda.
You know?
Forget Blade.
And then you got people who've never been to Africa.
Yeah.
You know, Wakanda forever. And you're like...
Yeah, okay. That's true.
What are you talking about?
Listen,
you know, it's just the nonsense surrounding it. It's like when they made... When in the comics they made Thor a lady after... You know, Thor, became unworthy.
Yes.
You know, like the guy whose actual name is Thor.
Yeah.
Became unworthy. Now the hammer goes to Jane Foster, and she's she's a female Thor, but she's not Lady Thor or She-Thor. She's just Thor. And it's like, oh my gosh, look what's happened. Finally. A female representation in comics. Finally, what are you talking about?
Wonder Woman. Ever heard of that? Man.
Well, that's the thing. That Marvel. That's where Captain Marvel came from.
Yeah.
That's where Captain Marvel originally was a man.
Yeah, Marvel. Yeah.
And he died.
Yep.
In the movie, they make him into a woman.
Yeah.
And they eliminate any possibility of Brie Larson's character, Carol Danvers, of having any kind of positive male role model in her life ever. Her father,
what about
total
Sam
douchebag.
Jackson?
No, he wasn't a role model.
Yeah, I know.
He was her contemporary.
Sure.
And in fact, he was her little lapdog who was cute doing his spy thing, but she was way more powerful.
Yeah.
And, you know, she just let him do his thing to humor him.
I get it.
And then she goes, she's a Mary Sue. You saw it. Yeah, you saw it, and you know all this.
We talked about it.
Well, we didn't talk about it on Twitch.
Okay, true. Oh, not on Twitch. But all I'm saying is, okay, everything is prequel, sequel, remake, or superhero movie, which superhero movie basically is one of those things, right? So I enjoyed what they did with the, not Dark Knight, but the Dark Knight with Bane in it. Which one was that called?
Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises. I love the switch with it's Talia versus Bane that got out.
Sure.
I like that.
An original character.
That. Yes, I totally enjoy that. I enjoy, as a comic book fan, knowing what the story should be, and then it gets twisted on its head, completely different. Yeah. I enjoy that. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, is she's an original character. Captain Marvel was an original character named Miss Marvel, but they wanted to up her status, so they killed off the old Captain Marvel and made her Captain Marvel.
Yeah, now. I see that.
You know?
I see it.
They did it with Tony Stark. They killed Tony Stark for a little while, and then you had Riri Williams from build her own suit and become Ironheart. Ooh, that's so cool.
But here's the deal, and that
and that's what they're doing. They're just replacing
existing
heroes
characters.
Existing characters.
Yes.
With new, more diverse versions.
Sure.
And it's like, why don't you just make a new character that's interesting? Instead of leeching off of old characters and killing them off.
Yes.
And see, like, they did Captain Marvel like that. They did Thor like that. Because they saw in Wonder Woman, this has been a long-standing female character who isn't part of an ensemble. She is part of an ensemble, but she also stands alone.
She was stand alone first.
And she was stand alone first.
Yeah.
And they saw that as being a problem. And I don't think anybody... Well, no. SJWs saw that as a problem.
Sure.
The rest of us went... Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about? Storm is awesome.
Storm is a badass.
Jean Grey is awesome.
Yes.
Rogue is amazing.
Yes.
Who cares that they're part of an ensemble?
Not what they did with those X-Men movies.
No,
that Rogue sucked. But yes, keep going.
Yeah, that's Fox not caring about the characters.
God. That's my major beef in that. But anyways, back to my point. My point is this: when they do this stuff, it is just chum for you to bite on, for them to get pissed off. Because the more you get mad about Black Ariel, the more attention you're going to bring to Black Ariel, and more people are going to go out and watch this movie. Now, you can do whatever you want to with your money. I don't care. If you want to go check out Black Ariel, that's cool.
Do it. Yeah.
Here's the problem. I was born in the 80s. I'm a 90s kid, man. I grew up in the 90s. Ariel will always be, she'll be the redhead chick with the water splashing behind her back, giving up her voice. That's what it's always going to be. Hakuna Matata will always be was it JTT that did the...
He was young Simba.
Yeah. Sorry, the cartoon Lion King will always be that way. Sorry, I love Will Smith. Good dude, but guess what? Sorry, Aladdin will always be the cartoon Aladdin to me. Sorry, it will always be that. And I get it.
The genie is Robin Williams.
Genie is Robin Williams. Sorry. I'm sorry, bro. You don't want to step into that character.
I know people are watching and they're saying it's not that... No, it was actually pretty decent, you know? It's not even about that. Who cares? We've already seen this movie.
But that's a problem in itself. The fact that people say, well, it wasn't that bad. It's kind of decent.
Yeah.
That's what we're settling for in the art. That's the crux that I'm getting at.
Yeah.
That's what we're settling for in the arts nowadays, is remake, sequel, prequel, superhero movie. And we've been dulled down to what, like, actual good movies, thought-provoking movies, things that change what's going on. Now, I'm going to say this because I'm a homer when it comes to this. The Matrix blew my effing mind. And it blew most people's minds when it came out. It blew your mind because you were not ready for what they put on the screen. Mm-hmm. The Wachowski brothers, now they're sisters, who knows what they are anymore? I don't know. But here's the deal. That blew your mind. You're like, holy crap, I've never seen that on a movie screen before. I've never seen it. I haven't seen bullet time, rotating, dodging bullets. That was original. The plot twist was original. The storytelling was original. Like, it got parodied like every movie for like 10 years afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, because it was a groundbreaking original story. Here's another one. Fight Club. Anybody remember Fight Club?
I've been wanting to watch it so much recently.
It was a groundbreaking movie. It was a great plot twist. Oh, Brad Pitt's not real? What? Spoiler alert for the Twitch people who've never seen it. But, dude, even not Signs. Oh, jeez.
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense. Original story. Now, everyone hates on M. Night. M. Night Shyamalan is amazing, but I watched Lady in the Water the other day.
I like that movie.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And they lambasted it. They said it was that was a great movie. Anyways, M. Night Shyamalan, if you're watching, I love Glass, okay? But even M. Night brought an original concept to the superhero genre in Unbreakable. Like, I'm sorry, but the early 2000s, Hollywood, you've not produced anything original since that point. I'm sorry.
What about John Wick?
John Wick is
good.
It's good.
It's really good.
It's good, but how many 80s action movies? That's like Commando with Neo. Think about it. You ever seen Commando?
No.
What? Arnold, you've not seen Commando. Literally, so Commando, won't spoil it for you. Idiot kidnaps Arnold's daughter. Arnold locks and loads. Kill count is insane. Kills everybody. Kills a guy at the very end. Throws a pipe through his chest. And he's like, cool off, because like steam's coming out of the pipe. It's like the typical whatever. But it's Commando. It's Commando with Neo. Now, I'm not saying it's bad. John Wick's good. It's really good. But really, what are they doing? They're capitalizing on that idea with basically Keanu Reeves. They're channeling that.
Well, I mean, it's an action movie.
Yeah.
So all action movies are
essentially the same.
I
get it.
And so, I mean, it's a new property at least.
Sure. Yeah, okay.
And what you get is, a much more tactical realism.
Okay.
That we haven't seen in too many action movies.
Yeah, Commando's kind of like Commando's like breaking necks of people in like airplanes and stuff. Okay, I get it. But yeah.
But I mean, ultimately, it is an action movie. But it is a new property.
But you can have originality in an action.
Of course,
movie.
we're already to the third sequel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And there will be a fourth.
There'll be a fourth.
But I'm fine with I don't hate on sequels, except that when it's really the problem isn't so much sequels, because sequels are great if you can keep them going and they're entertaining.
Harry Potter.
It's remakes.
I'll take it. Star Wars.
It's remakes that are the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel
remakes, and then when you get sequels from this new batch of directors and whatnot, and it's a crappy quality, like Last Jedi.
I just, for me, it got ridiculous when stories got split into two. It's like Twilight, third movie, part 1, part 2. You know what I mean? That you're breaking up Deathly Hallows.
Well, that's because
you're breaking up all the.
But that was a necessity too, because it's
so
based on a book series.
Sure.
And they left out so much.
No, I get it.
And so you have to to really sell the ending, you have to split it.
Yeah.
Because you would have to be a 6-hour movie.
Hey, listen, all I'm going to say to that is Avada Kedavra. But anyways, the Harry Potter was original. Okay, I'll give it props. John Wick, the original John Wick, give it props. But how often do we see that anymore? Like original properties,
it's not that often.
Written things.
We get it in hyper dramatic BS crap that nobody wants to watch.
Sure. Yeah.
The stuff that wins Emmys.
Yeah. But hey, man. Yeah. Movies we never seen. Nobody ever watched. Humping Nemo. Was that anybody see
Grinding Nemo?
Grinding Nemo. Nobody ever saw that one. But that's what I'm saying. So Hollywood, the super unoriginal Hollywood, that's very woke right now. That's really perpetuating all these things that protects a lot of molesters and this thing called pedophiles. You ever heard of those before? Pedophiles. Okay. Yeah. There's this guy named Epstein that CNN's trying really hard to get you to believe that he was best boys with Trump. Read. They weren't. He got kicked out of Mar-a-Lago. The dude got kicked out of Mar-a-Lago.
For life.
For life. He can't go to Trump's stuff. But they're best buddies on CNN. But anyways, Epstein, can you tell us a little bit about the story about Epstein, man? That you sent us.
Okay, so, he was, a couple of years ago, he was arrested and convicted of, soliciting sex from a minor or whatever.
Whoa. That's a really hefty offense.
Yeah. So he went to jail for like 20 years. Yeah.
20 years?
No, I think it was only like 1 year.
Wait, what?
I don't know the exact details of his sentencing, but it was a...
You know that he could go home like on the weekends with that, right?
Was it really?
Yeah. He could go home on the weekends, and his registered sex offender, which you have to do if you commit one of those crimes, was sealed.
So it was waived. He doesn't have to go around telling his neighbors that he was a sex offender.
And basically, he had to go to jail at night times instead of during the week. And I'm just saying, I know people. I know of people who had that sentence. Instead of Florida, they give you like 25 years. 25 years for that.
This was in Miami.
That's what's even more absurd. Like, wow, that's some corruption. But anyways,
so
he's got a cool plan.
Now during Trump's administration, he gets arrested again, but they're best buds.
Yeah, best buds.
And this time,
best buds arrest each other.
Yeah, this time he's in jail, and he's gonna go to court.
Oh.
And he actually requested that he be allowed to post bail and go to his mansion, and that request was flat out denied.
Oh wow, weird.
By I believe a judge Trump appointed.
Oh, weird.
Anyway, so
wait, under Trump's watch?
Yeah, under
I thought
Trump's
they were best
watch.
friends. How's this happening? But yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Anyway. He's arrested again for this time for trafficking of minors, sexual trafficking of minors or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
And if you didn't know, he owned an island.
Okay.
And a private jet.
He was a billionaire donor, right?
Yeah.
To the Republican Party?
No,
not the Republican Party.
No, the Democrat Party.
Oh,
I was surprised at actually how little he had donated.
Oh, okay.
But there's a lot of interesting news about him surrounding the Democratic Party.
Oh, interesting.
He's good friends with Bill Clinton.
Bill?
Yeah. Bill rode.
He wasn't a sexual deviant.
No, Bill rode on his plane to this island.
Oh.
26 times. They called the press called the plane the Lolita Express.
Well, I mean that doesn't sound terrible, right?
Yeah, no. And there's very, very big questions about what went on that island.
Oh.
Now, of course, Bill Clinton. They just talked about their grandchildren.
Of course.
They just
nothing
deviant happened while he was
golfed
over
just
there.
Golfed. Just golfing.
Just enjoyed the beaches and stuff.
What does Lolita mean?
Why don't we look it up?
I shouldn't have asked that.
Let's get exact.
I shouldn't have asked Lolita.
Yeah, because now we're gonna get.
It's a novel. Oh gosh, I can't. It's cringy. It's a story about a guy who falls in love with an underage girl. Mm-hmm. And I think it was a book first.
It was a book by Vladimir Nabokov.
Oh, Russian collusion? No, I'm just kidding. Oh man.
Okay, so
Lolita. Now, why would they call the plane the Lolita Express?
Okay, this is the quick synopsis of the story.
Okay.
Humbert, scholar, aesthete, and romantic, has fallen completely in love and utterly in love with Lolita Hayes, his landlady's gum-snapping, silky-skinned 12-year-old daughter.
Oh my.
Reluctantly agreeing to marry Mrs. Hayes just to be close to Lolita, Humbert suffers greatly in the pursuit of romance. But when Lo herself starts looking for attention elsewhere, he will carry her off on a desperate cross-country misadventure, all in the name of love. Hilarious, flamboyant, heartbreaking, and full of ingenious wordplay, Lolita is an immaculate, unforgettable masterpiece of obsession, delusion, and lust.
It's a 4-star rated book.
On Goodreads.
That's disgusting, Goodreads.
Yeah.
Pedophile.
Anyway, so the Lolita Express. Yeah, so he's arrested for sexual trafficking of minors.
There's no correlation between the book and that, right? Not at all.
No. No.
Sorry.
No. And turns out that we knew that Bill Clinton rode on the plane 26 times, but he claimed that they didn't know each other until after his presidency.
Oh,
but news released recently that Epstein visited the Clinton White House multiple times early in his presidency.
Interesting.
Then on top of that, today, this morning, Epstein was found in his cell, injured and in the fetal position.
Oh, weird.
On the floor.
Oh, weird. How?
Well, he apparently had marks on his neck.
Okay.
Okay. And so it's thought one of three things has happened.
Okay.
One, he tried to kill himself.
Okay.
Okay.
Coward. Okay.
Two, well, I mean, he preys on children.
Sure.
So.
Coward.
Two, he staged it to try and get the court to reverse their previous decision of letting him go to his mansion.
Coward. Yeah.
Or three, he was attacked by his cellmate.
Yeah. That happens.
One Nicholas Tantaleone, a former cop who killed 4 people and buried them in his yard. All right.
You know they did that on purpose, man.
And mysteriously had a cell phone in the jail cell.
No way.
Yeah. It could only receive calls. He couldn't text or anything like that.
Okay.
But supposedly.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Alleged.
But which seems more
plausible?
Plausible. Good call. I wasn't going to use that word, but you called it back to the show. My man.
Always. Oh, I always bring it back. I'm going to bring that back. I think option 3.
This guy knows something.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly he knows something.
Yeah.
I mean, before the story ever leaked about him getting injured.
Yeah.
We knew he knew something, and it was very likely that, some people were going to want to keep him shut up.
Yep.
Powerful people.
Yep.
Rich people.
Yep.
Wealthy people. And one might even say elite people. I'm going to go with option number 3.
Hey, me too.
Option 1 is plausible. Option 2 is also plausible.
Nah, it's foolishness.
Option 3 is
plausible.
Likely.
I'm going to lock it in.
Yeah.
I'm going to lock it in. Option C. Lock it in.
Okay.
Because, dude, listen, if you're a child molester in prison, you're screwed. You're screwed. Like, there's a code of ethics. They're going to beat you up. It's not going to take very much for them to say, hey, listen, this guy knows a lot and he's a child molester. Beat the living piss out of him, and guess what? It's probably what's going on, man. So, I think he's getting his comeuppance, man. He's getting his comeuppance, man.
He's getting his comeuppance, but we need him to be safe.
Yeah.
Because we need him to
expose
dish
people?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Because clearly this is larger than this guy.
Yeah, he's got ties with, like, Dershowitz as well, man. I'm surprised they keep people him on Fox with all this stuff. Like, the lawyer Dershowitz always
Alan Dershowitz?
Yeah, Alan Dershowitz.
Really?
He's got some ties to Epstein. He sued the accuser of him, because he's a lawyer. He sued the crap out of him, and I guess, like, they got a muzzle on that. But Dershowitz was Epstein's lawyer for a long time, dude. So it's like, and he was on the Lolita Express as well, but there's a lot of crappy things. But here's the deal. The moral of the story is this. While you guys are in Hollywood are completely oblivious of life and you're making prequels, sequels, and remakes of everything in superhero movies, can you do me a favor? Stop trying to tell me how to live my life in real Florida when you got dudes like that running around everywhere in your circles having sex with little boys and little girls. I put that on freaking TikTok the other day, but I was like, I don't care anymore what you have to say, Hollywood, because you're just hanging out with little girls and little boys. And then, of course, the angry liberals on TikTok were like, well, Trump's part of Hollywood. Not really. Trump was a New York guy, and he just got really famous. He got put in movies, and he knows all those people. But guess what? Does anyone in Hollywood claim Trump right now? Oh, wait. Anybody? Does anybody claim Trump from Hollywood right now? The answer would be no. So they're actually against him right now. So that's why I'm telling you. Now, at the end of the day, I'm no respecter of Trump's morality, okay? He's a little whoremonger, okay? We know this. We know that we got millions of dollars. You run the Miss, America pageant for so long, and man, that went away really fast after Trump got rid of it, huh? Oops. Yeah, I mean, of course he's going to have some weird scoundrel tendencies. I'm not saying that his morality is awesome. I like his policy. I like what he's doing with the country. I wouldn't listen to him how to be a good husband. Okay, let's get real.
I like that he immediately banned the sexual predator from his
Mar-a-Lago. Immediately
from his properties.
Weird.
As soon as that came to light.
Weird. It's crazy. It's like he's got morals, you know. But some morals. But hey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Who we got?
Yeah.
Who we got?
Kingston Lad 99.
What up,
Thanks
Kingston?
for the follow.
Kingston, you're as American as that GIF right there. That is the most American GIF of all time.
Yeah.
I love it.
That guy is amazing.
It is amazing, man.
Take that, hurricane.
Yeah, take that, hurricane. Speaking of hurricanes, that a lot of bluster and not a lot of show and go. I don't know if you heard on the Twitch sphere or the YouTube sphere, but right when Trump got elected, an investigation started. This is 2 years ago. And this investigation started. I'm Irish, my man. All right. Go Irish. I like Notre Dame, so it's all good. We're all good. So we were talking about paddy wagons before the show even started, so it's ironic. Anyways, so here's the deal. Immediately, because the left, Hollywood, and the left complex could not believe that Hillary got vanquished, they immediately blamed everything, and you remember this. They blamed everything on the Russians. That Trump, after years of us seeing him in the limelight, all of a sudden got turned by Vladimir Putin into Agent Red. I am codenamed Agent Red. Donald Trump, here to take over America. Boris. What is it?
Moose and Squirrel.
Moose and Squirrel, yeah. Moose and Squirrel. Boris. Of course, he becomes a Russian agent. Now, that categorically gets completely disproven and blown up after a 2-year investigation into this thing called the Mueller report.
Something's wrong with our sound.
Oh, whoa. Is our sound out? Can you not hear us? Check. We're mic checking right now. It's picking us up on the deal right there, right? Yeah.
It looks like we're good.
Maybe
it might be a lot of background noise because it's raining out here.
Yeah, bro, we're in Florida, man. So you know what I mean. We're from Florida, but we're not Florida men. Okay, we say that a lot on the show. We are men from Florida, but we're not Florida men. Okay, so you won't see us letting our kids get eaten by anacondas or something weird like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or him try to eat people's faces or whatever. You know what I mean?
I'm not smoking bath salts.
Let's move this closer then. Oh shoot!
Yeah, okay.
Did I break everything?
Nope.
I was just trying to move it closer so
our
Irish dude can hear us a lot better. So, boom, just pull that mic in closer, man. I feel you. But here's the deal. Back to what I was saying. There was a lot of bluster about Russian collusion. Well, that got blown up really quickly as the Mueller report concluded there was no collusion. But they left it a little vague for that thing called obstruction because they needed to give the Democrats something to try to impeach this fraudulent president, this Russian agent, from the presidency. Well, the report comes out. You read the report. There's nothing that indicates that Trump either colluded with the Russians or obstructed justice. He actually let Mueller do their investigation. Then they brought in Attorney General Barr to talk about the report, and he said, read the report. So,
gotcha.
But what did he say?
He said, no, that means good, man.
Oh.
Sound out.
Sorry. Listen, we're old guys on Twitch. We're learning. But anyways, sorry. Grandpa.
Speak for yourself. I am actually older than you, but
I'm an old guy.
Speak for yourself.
In the gym, my mom was like, oh, man! But anyways, a lot of bluster, a lot of craziness, a lot of whatever. Long story short is, there's no collusion either. So the Democrats, of course...
There's no obstruction.
Well, there's no obstruction either. So the Democrats clearly accepted the assessment that Trump was not Boris Yeltsin and that Trump didn't collude. No, they had to drag it out longer, and then they brought actual Mueller to Capitol Hill yesterday. And boy, oh boy, this was going to be the thing that got Trump impeached. That Mueller, the writer, the author of the report that would investigate Trump into Russian collusion and obstruction, would finally tell the American people how bad Orange is. Orange man bad. We knew to impeach him. And... if you watch the 6 hours, which I didn't. Did you watch all 6 hours?
God, no.
I watched about an hour of it. Let me sum up what Mueller said about his report and about the quote-unquote collusion and Russian, whatever this lie, this bullcrap that they made up about Trump. He basically said, I think they counted like 100 times. Can you repeat the question? I'm not feeling good with that. He looked so bad, it was ridiculous. to the point where people started to question him whether he actually wrote the report that he authored, that he signed off for. He was asked about the credibility of the report. He was asked about why all 18 of the lawyers working on the report all hated Trump before the investigation, so how in the world could they be objective? And it got so bad at the end, I don't know if you saw this at the end, but the Republicans, literally conceded their time back to the chairman. They didn't even ask questions of Mueller. It was just looking so bad for him at that point. They're like, "Do you have any questions?" "No, I concede my time back to the cat." They literally kept conceding their time, but you only get like 5 minutes or whatever these congressional hearings to do your political theater, which this basically was. And it got so bad, and he looked so terrible, that even the mainstream media, our mortal enemy, the mainstream media, had to admit that this tactic to try to keep the impeachment fire alive, that was supposed to be a firework, ended up being a little... What are those little things that you throw on the ground? They go pop.
The snap pops.
Snap. It was a snap pop, and it wasn't very good. It was not a snap into a Slim Jim. But yeah, man, it's a
fizzle.
It was a fizzle, and it sucked. So basically, now we've wasted $41 million on an investigation about Trump being a Russian operative that ended up not being true, and that they tried to get him with obstruction, which he never did. And guess what they're still going to try to do? They're going to try to impeach him because of racist tweets. Guys, here's the thing.
Yeah, this isn't over.
It's not over. It's not
over.
They're going to
the Russian collusion thing isn't going to be over.
No.
They're going to still preach it.
But it's dead.
It's dead.
If you believe the Russian collusion delusion at this point, I cannot help you. I can't. I cannot help you. I can't. There's no amount of truth that we could drop on you. Because here's the deal. If there was a monicum of truth, do you think they would have dragged it out for 2 years? They would have impeached him within a month if that were actually true. But they drug it out for 2 years. Why? Because they needed to get to 2018 with a little bit of dirt on Trump. And here's the problem. They got 2018, the blue wave that was supposed to radically change everything was a blue trickle. And for the last, what is it? Has it been a year now that new Congress has been in there? They've accomplished nothing other than trying to impeach this president, which they failed miserably. Didn't they try to? Did they vote for impeachment like a couple days ago? No, not impeachment. No, they voted to condone his racist tweets or something like that.
Oh no, not condemn. To condemn.
We're voting to condemn. So instead of fixing your roads,
that's what my TikTok video was about. It was like, just laughable.
Oh yeah. Like, so instead of fixing, the immigration, we are mad about Trump and Russia and blah 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 blah. Right? Muggy and hot, yeah. We have the rain of Ireland, but with a lot of humidity, my man. So, This is not the good time for Florida. Okay, the time to come to Florida is September. I'd say September through April. Is that what you say?
I'd say October through April.
September's still a little muggy, but October through April, unbelievable. But it is hot as the devil's nether regions here right now. So, anyways. But anyways, the Mueller report, big nothing burger. Just like Van Jones said how many years ago? Didn't Van Jones say that like a month after they started doing that on CNN? But that's the crux of what kept CNN and MSNBC's ratings up, is they kept spinning this lie that Russian collusion and obstruction and the Mueller report will get them and blah, blah, blah.
What are you talking about ratings? They don't got good ratings.
They have no ratings now. They got nothing now.
They haven't had ratings for a long time.
True. But they at least competed with Fox.
It started to be good until it just became clearer and clearer that this was all just a
hoax.
A hoax, yeah.
Bullcrap.
A mummer's farce, as George R. Martin would say.
Yeah, ridiculous, man. But yeah, this is the state of America, man. The state of America is this. I think that the boy has cried wolf for so long that people are starting to wake up.
Is this boy transgender?
No, it's a male with a penis and all that. I don't know. We don't want to assume his gender. You know what I mean? Because we might trigger the social justice warrior. Blah 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 blah, man. It's 3:47 in Ireland, bro. Go to bed, man. Go to bed, bro. No, I'm just kidding.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, like, subscribe, and share. But what I was going to say, the thing is this: if you're looking, and I get it, not everybody's political. Not everybody is. Okay, not everybody thinks about this or watches this all the time. We do because we're gluttons for punishment. Okay, we like watching the madness and watching the logic. For me, and I think for you as well, I hate I hate lies.
Mm-hmm.
I hate illogical philosophy.
Yes.
And I hate hypocrisy.
Yes.
And if you're not seeing that in Hollywood, if you're not seeing that in our Congress, if you're not seeing that, I hate to say it, in our judicial branch right now, which is ridiculous. If you're not seeing that crap, if you're not seeing a absolute hatred for our Constitution right now, you're high. If you don't see an absolute racist hatred towards white people right now, you're high. If you don't see the fundamentals of Western society being literally destroyed in front of you, you're high. And the reality is this, and I think, I forget who said this really well. He said the reason why conservative talk radio, conservative podcasts, the reason why we exist and we're doing well is because it is plain as day that all the cards are stacked against us. Mm-hmm. In every facet of life. We are the rebellion. Sean Hannity...
We're here on this channel, you know. We're not sure that we're going to be... I mean, let's say we start building up a following.
Shoot, we're doing it in Ireland right now, bro.
Yeah, I know.
We're in Ireland. I got to come visit. I've only been to...
I would love to go to Ireland.
Scotland and London, brother.
I've not been to any of them.
You got to go.
Yeah, I'd love to. Someday.
Hey, listen, I've got some English blood, bro.
Word?
Got the UK blood. Yeah, that's the white part of me.
Whaley is an English name. That's actually a Norman name.
What?
The first Whaley recorded is spelled Whalley, and he was the standard bearer at the Battle of Hastings in 1066 when Norman the Conqueror took over England.
You hear that, Ireland? We're like you, man. We're I love it. I love British history. I love, you know what I mean? I love all that
for
stuff.
Sure.
It's
fascinating.
It's awesome. It is fun. But it's part of our history as Americans, you know what I mean? But,
yeah, I mean,
you know, but apparently the only thing that happened in American history is that we had slaves. That's the only thing that happened. That's the only thing that happened.
Yeah.
But if you don't see this, I think Andrew Breitbart, I was watching this, Andrew Breitbart. The only reason like Rush and Hannity and all these guys are popular.
Except not from UK.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Ireland's not technically part of UK. Mm-hmm. I apologize. I am sorry, man. I did not mean to offend. That I don't want to offend you, man. Because that'd be like telling me I'm from Michigan. I don't know. I don't want to be associated with people from Michigan. No, just kidding. Love you guys in Michigan. No, I don't. But anyways, I'm from Ohio.
I'm from Miami, so I don't know the Midwest rivalries.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be like your love for Tallahassee and Florida State.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Gators. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Michigan's the same thing with Ohio. And I'm a Notre Dame fan, so I doubly do not like Michigan. Michigan can burn. But, Ann Arbor. But anyways, here's the deal. Long story short, there's an actual attack on conservative thought. But here's the funny thing about conservative thought. It's not... The media would like to portray it as this outlier. Problem is, it is a massive sleeping giant. It is. It's bigger than you think. That's why Trump won, and you didn't see it coming. Because at the end of the day, Americans like America. We kind of do. We like the Constitution. We like freedom. And we really don't like it when we're told that we're racist, homophobic, sexist, blah, 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 blah. We don't like it.
Irish people love American people. But English people. But hate English people, that's a fact.
Hey, listen, bro. We love all of you.
Yeah. I love them all. We're all like, oh my gosh, the accent. It's so great.
Oh my gosh. They do the same thing for us, though.
Do they?
Yeah, when like Americans come, they're like, you're American. Oh my goodness. It's like, it's not that special. This is like a hillbilly accent. You know what I mean? Whatever. But my point is, sorry, I love this. But my point is, like, we're up against it. We are the Rebel Alliance. Like, why is Star Wars popular? Because Darth Vader is a bad, evil dude, okay? Y'all like Star Wars because y'all like Luke Skywalker, okay? It's the same thing with the Conservative Party. It's bigger than you think. Libertarians a bigger platform than you think. Conservatives bigger than you think. Constitutional people are bigger than you think. And the problem is, most of your ideals are coming from San Francisco, New York, and freaking LA. It's proven. That's where your thoughts are coming from. Los Angeles is nothing like the rest of the country. I lived there for 3 years. Trust me, it's not. I literally thought I was a Democrat until I moved to Los Angeles. When I moved to Los Angeles, I realized very quickly that I was not a Democrat. That was like the epiphany. It was like the you ever seen Black Mirrors with like the crack in the mirror? It's like, that's when the Democrat in Ray cracked. I was like, oh man, I am not a Democrat. I'm not like these people at all. Mm-hmm.
I don't believe anything that they believe.
No, I don't believe in killing babies. I don't believe in, huge government. Anyways, but back to the point. San Francisco is not like the rest of the world. No offense. We're not triggered by calling someone a black lady, like we just were talking about before the show, okay? No one in the South is triggered. We're like, oh, yes, that black lady over there. It's a descriptor. It's not, oh, my gosh, we're imputing something
we're not othering.
Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, we say man and woman. Weird. You know? Mm-hmm. We're not New York. New York's a very diverse place. Don't get me wrong. It's cool. But guess what? We're not New York. We're not uppity liberal or uppity elites. We're not. We're real Americans. We have real kids and real issues. And guess what? Racism doesn't affect an iota of what I do every single day. Sorry. I know I'm going to be called an Uncle Tom and a coon and a blah, 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 blah. Guess what? On the other side, they call me a brother. On the right, they call me a brother. They call me an American. They call me a neighbor. They shake my hand and look me in the eye. The left calls me a coon. I'll let you decide which side I want to be.
Because of the way you think.
Because of the way I think. Because my skin on the other side is supposed to determine my thought process. Sorry, that's not how it works.
Well, because you're the representative of your entire race. You're a representative, so you're if you're not speaking out as a black voice,
you be quiet.
You need to be quiet because
go back
then
to the plantation.
You're doing your entire race a disservice.
Yes, massa. Yes, massa. Yes, massa. But think about this.
So white people inherently are working towards white supremacy.
Yes.
So then I guess that black people should be inherently working towards black supremacy. And every race should be working for their own race's supremacy.
No.
That sounds exactly like oneness.
Yeah.
Unity.
Intersectionality.
Well, this is really going to heal the racial divide in America.
Yes.
No, this is about power grabs.
Yeah, and let me tell you a little different story here, okay? Who's against freedom? Tyrants.
Tyrants.
Socialists. Communists. Who actually wants oneness in our country? The left or the right now? Who wants oneness? Not the Bible talks about this all the time. It is about unity. Unity is talked about a lot in the church, okay? Mm-hmm. When you go to my church, guess what? You're going to see every single color of the rainbow. You go to your church, it's the same way, man. You got a bunch of different people, man. It's crazy. I love it. I was like jacked up when I went to visit the. It was just sister church. It wasn't. I don't think it was yours,
yeah,
but it's the same thing. Like if you go to like a Protestant, Christian, Bible believing evangelical church, you're going to see some diversity, kiddos, especially in Florida, especially like in a lot of the places around the country. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, our focus is
maybe
always,
not so much in Ohio.
Yeah, there's not a lot of black people.
I mean,
just it's just a population thing.
It's the demographic makeup of that area.
Wait a minute, are you saying that there's not a lot of black people in Nebraska? Is that what you're trying to say?
I would bet money on it.
Yeah, no, it's so true. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like outside of the city complexes. Guess what? When I walked in the door, people were like, "Oh, he's brown." But anyways, like, and they did. Nobody did it in an evil, spiteful, hateful.
It was just unusual.
It's just something different. God forbid. But here's the beautiful thing. There's unity, because guess what? Our focus is not about our differences. It's what unites us, which was Christ. Christ unites us. Here's the thing. This is all going to go away. We're all going to die. You're going to meet your maker, okay? One decision, one pivotal decision. What's my favorite sport, pal? Favorite sport? What's your favorite sport, bro?
Hockey.
You like hockey for real?
Hockey's awesome.
Hockey is intense.
Yeah, I mean, it's very intense.
Yeah.
What I love about it is how low scoring it is.
Yeah.
So that like every time they make that score, every time they get a shot on goal, it's just like an intense did they get it? Oh, and then every point matters so much.
Yeah.
I love it, and it's brutal.
True.
You know.
I'm a typical American brother. I like college football, man. I not the professional level. Too much money. It's really rigged. I like the college level because it's just fun, and then I can get talked smack about his Miami U all the time and stuff like that. Catholics versus convicts. No, I'm just kidding.
Who can't?
Who can't? Yeah, but back to my point, man. Good question though. Is at the end of the day, when you're dead, you're gonna have to answer to God. You're gonna have to answer, and it's really one simple question: did you put your faith and hope in Christ, the Redeemer of the world, or, did you not? That's the reality of the situation. And that is what unifies the church. And here's the deal. I hear this on TikTok. Oh, the Catholic Church and blah, blah, blah. Man, we're not here to represent the Catholic Church. We represent the Bible. The Bible, which is all and focused on Christ, not the Pope. Literally Christ. The foundation of the church. That's what our focus is. Christ alone. Faith alone. Loving Christ. Putting your faith and trust in. That's what's going to unify at the end of the day. Everything else is going to divide. We're divided on everything else in this country. We're trying so hard to divide on skin color. Like, we're not supposed to talk to each other. If you listen to the news right now, there's a race war happening every single day in America. It's not true. I walk out every single day and there's no race war. They try to divide us on rich and poor. Well, guess what, man? At the end of the day, there's a lot of middle class here in America. A lot of us want to get richer, but guess what? Nobody's going to be like, oh, you scummy poor person, we don't want to talk to you. That's not the case. There could be cases of that. It is what it is. There could be racists out there. There could be homophobes out there. But nobody's actually going out to Pulse nightclub. Well, that's a bad example. That actually happened. But none of us are going after LGBTQ people, ARP or whatever the acronym is, and saying, "Oh, you're a terrible person." We elevate those people in America. It's crazy. Would we like to? Probably shouldn't, but because it's about sex. It's not even a. Well, anyways,
it's not an important part of it.
It's not even essential. It's not essential. Who out in the streets like, I have sex with my wife? Probably assumed. You know what I mean? But anyways,
well, that's the problem.
We gotta talk about it more.
It's assumed.
And put drag queens in front of little kids. But anyways, like a lot of Americans, we're just normal, man. At the end of the day, we care about how much money's in our bank. Can we afford our bills? Can we take care of our kids? Communism doesn't allow us to do that. Hatred doesn't allow us to do that. It would be really hard as a guy who's in sales to have a prejudice towards LGBTQ or people of different colors or people of different languages or different cultures. It'd be hard for me to make money.
So what you're saying is the only color you care about is green.
That's the only one I care about. And that's how capitalism works. And it works for everybody. So many people are trying to break into the country right now to be here. Because it's all about the green, man. That's what we're here for. And at the end of the day, I want to be able to worship the God that I want to worship. The only God. That's who I want to worship. If you want to, worship Buddha, that's on you. I would advise you against it. Hardcore, your eternity's on it. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to try to kill you for it. Guess what? It is what it is. But this is the thing. This is why Trump is going to be voted in. This is why there's going to be a red wave. I guarantee you there's a red wave in this next election. You're going to see a lot. There's going to be a bigger majority in the Senate. I think the House is going to get retaken by the Republicans. It's going to get nasty really fast. Mm-hmm. Because what the left is about right now is white people bad, orange man bad. Really all it is orange man bad. That's all they got. They don't have a good economy, which Trump's brought. They don't have trying to secure the border, which Trump's been doing. They don't have a rational... Here's the thing. Trump has been the most rational war president in my life. Every other president I've had has blown up everybody to hell. Trump purposely doesn't. He just lets people destroy themselves. It's beautiful. Can I sing the national? I will sing the American the American anthem for you afterwards. It's the national anthem. That's what we call it. But but that's the reality situation, man. That's who we are. That's what Plausible Foolishness is about, and that's what most Americans are. So don't get caught up in getting pissed off about Black Ariel. Don't get caught up in the everybody's racist. Don't get caught up in Hollywood opinion of these little child pedophile people out there. Really stick to the foundation of what truth is. Who is God? What is the Constitution? Who are you to God? Who are you to life? What are you trying to do? And ultimately, it's freedom. Mm-hmm. Hatred is never going to give you freedom. Communism is never going to give you freedom. Socialism is never going to give you freedom. It's
no,
not.
Definitely not.
It ain't. But it's all right, man. Dude, we went long today, bro.
Yeah,
we had so much to talk about.
Yep, too much to talk about.
For our Irish friends, soccer or what did it say? American football. Now, I do respect the soccer. I respect the I do respect the. You're gonna probably hate me, but I do like the Tottenham Hotspurs. I think they're pretty good, man. I do like them in the English Premier League. When they're on TV, I will watch them because they're on really early here in America, and then college football starts right afterwards. So I get a little bit of soccer, aka the English football Premier League, and then on NBC the Notre Dame Fighting Irish come on next. So I get to watch it every single week. Look at that face. You look at cringe face. Your cringe face is great.
I don't care about soccer.
Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good.
I don't hate it. I just
For our Irish
just not
friend,
my
do
thing.
you want to sing the national anthem? Oh, say, can you see? I'm not doing the whole song, man. But hey, look it up. What's so proudly we hear? I'm not a good singer, bro. You don't want to hear it from me, man. But look it up. It's a great national anthem. But, you know, it is what it is, man. So, we love you guys so much, man. Thanks for watching us on Twitch. Thank you for the new subscribers. That's what it's all about, man. If you're following us on TikTok, switch over to Twitch, man. You get the full effect of our show. You get a lot of the things that, you know, you can't really see on TikTok and whatnot. Hopefully you're enjoying the content that we're pumping out right now. If you like it, make sure you like, subscribe, and share it everywhere. Man City. He's a Man City guy. Hey, I don't hate on Man City. Man U? I think it's just because they're the evil empire. But here's the deal, man. We love all of our people. We're international today with our Irish brother who jumped on. If you really, really like us, make sure you jump on Patreon. You can also sponsor us on TikTok or on Twitch, right?
Yep, on
Twitch. You can donate on Twitch. It keeps us going, keeps the lights running and stuff like that.
On the channel page, which you're there watching now anyway.
True. And thank you for the Patreons that are supporting us to this transition from YouTube to the good old Twitch. We're really excited. We're still going to post on YouTube. Mm-hmm. YouTube's not completely dead. I got a little crazy a couple weeks ago, and I was like, YouTube's dead! You know what I mean? We still, respect YouTube. There's people that are still on it.
We're just not live streaming. We're not trying to build a...
Yeah.
We're not trying to go crazy there and put all our efforts into one basket there.
Nah.
Just to get demonetized immediately.
Which we will.
As soon as we get,
Once we say one positive thing about Trump. You're evil, racist, homophobic. Yeah, we're not doing that, Cam. So, hopefully Twitch stays that way. And lets us talk and rock and do what we got to do, man. But it's been plausible. It's been a little foolish today. Been a fun one today, bro.
Yeah, man.
Any final thoughts today?
Don't let yourself be distracted.
Amen.
Stay focused on what really matters.
Yep.
Justice and love and peace and Christ.
Amen. Love God. Make sweet love to your wife. Take care of your children.
Peace out.
See ya.